Hi, welcome. I'm going to make an album today, this evening, and I'm going to use a cereal box for my covers. So let's just take off a little bit here so I can fit this in. Okay, I'm going to trim this. You know, if you're like me and you feel that for a sturdy album, a cereal box is really not. Sorry about the glare on my camera. That's a bit too glary. Let's just try something else. That's better. What was I saying? Yeah, they're not thick enough. It's not thick enough for a sturdy album. So I'm going to need 4 pieces of cereal box at 8 5/8. 8 5/8. Wrong side, Stella. 8 1/2, 8 5/8. That's the length of my my album, and the width is, I want 6 1/4. And my pages are going to fit in there nicely, and my decorative paper is going to fit beautifully on there. I'll show you the paper shortly. So I need 4 pieces this size. Okay. Just trim this as best I can. Okay, which is my straightest piece? It looks like this one. Let's just take a smidgen off. That's not straight. Good grief. You didn't cut it straight, Stones. Never mind. I just need to cut this a little bit. Just so I can get a straight edge. Okay. I'll just take another straight edge here. Okay, I want 6 1/4. So let's just do that one next. And I want 8 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. That is a good thickness. It's only 1 millimeter, if you've got enough cereal boxes, you could actually add another thickness to it. Okay. I'll just grab 2 more. Slippery little sucker. Okay, 6 1/4, 6 1/4 there. And 8 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just make sure they are the same size. Yep. Now, let's just trim this one. Actually, if I take this off, I might be able to use that and then cut this twice. Cut it double. So. No, just cut it single. That way nothing can really go wrong. Eight 5/8. By 6 1/4. Just get rid of that. Give me a straight playing field. Not quite as straight as I'd like. There you go. Um, 6 1/4. I'm not quite sure about how straight that is. I'm going to take a smidge off there, because I don't think it's terribly straight. And then we're going to go 8 5/8. Great stuff. Slightly off on a couple of them. I'll sort that in a minute. Let's have a look at what we've got for our spine. Now I think I decided I wanted 2 1/4 for my spine, so let's trim that up. So 2 1/4 by 8 5/8. And the same with this one. Make sure we are straight. I think the bottom is straighter than the top. A little problem with this one. Oops. This is not straight. This now to be 8 5/8. Okay. Now we are going to put these together using sheets of double-sided adhesive, and these are 8 1/4 square or 21 centimeters square. So, and I probably will need to use some regular tape, regular 1/2 inch tape as well. Okay, I'll buy these from Temu, and I swear by them. They're not expensive, and they are just absolutely brilliant. So I'm actually going to grab some glue just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. Where do I want the glue? On here. Just a little bit on there, on the edge. Otherwise it just might get crooked, and I think that is going to give me just that little bit of wiggle room for me to place it down. And we're not going to take it all off, we're just going to the edge of our cardboard. And then I'm going to just trim that off, because I can use that. I can use the spare piece for the spine perhaps. I'm not too fussed if there's any overhang of the glue, not too fussed. Okay, it fits perfect, so let's just get a piece of this. I'm going to pull this up first. What can I use? Make sure when you pull it up you leave the sticky behind. Some glue on here. You could even just use a glue stick, because you just need a little bit to give you some wiggle room, that's all. Okay, only pull up just a little bit of the backing paper. Face to face. That looks good. And then just the backing off and seal it down. Now you've got a piece of cardstock that is a good thickness for an album. I'm not worried about the little overhang there, because this is going to be covered, so we won't worry about that. Right, how come I've got 5 pieces? Okay, that looks, I think this one just needs a smidgen off. So we'll look at that one. That needs a lot off. Look, I just need to take a hair off this. Just a little hair. Just that. And that should be okay. Perfect. So we do the same with this. Piece of this. I'm not sure how many you get in here. It's either 20 or it's more than 20, I think. I think it might be 30. No, 20. Yeah, 20 pieces. Very inexpensive. Okay. Just use the pokey tool. Give it a start. Start off in the corner here. And I'm already a little bit off. It's okay, it's not too bad. Got a little bit of bubbling happening. Just put the point in that. What is happening here? Come on, folks. So, okay, that's how you get rid of your bubbles. Put a little hole in it and burnish. Do make sure you get rid of your bubbles. And then we'll trim this piece off for later use. Got a little bit there that's uncovered by the adhesive. I'm not worried about that. So if you happen to have the same thing, don't panic. It will all be covered, don't worry. Well, one of these is not the right size. It's alright, we sort it. Look. I don't think I need to do any trimming. Just a hair maybe. I am a little off there, you can see, and yes, it's not here, but they are both the same size, so we are going to live with that. Okay, use our scraps. Okay, we can just use glue for that part. That's no big deal. Or we can use tape. I'm just going to use glue. No, I should have put it on that side. Never mind. Make sure that's on the inside. Our front and our back and our spine, and I'm going to put the spine this way because I'll have that covered twice. So okay, let's cover the back. Now I'm going to be using 200 GSM copy paper. So I'm going to go for, that looks like 3/4 of an inch. I don't normally, it's not quite, it's 5/8 of an inch, which is fine. not normally too pedantic about how much I've got over to fold over with this. Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 of these. And then just trim them on those marks. Not exactly straight. But then, when have you ever known me to be straight? We're as straight as we're going to get. Okay. Work on one at a time. And again, I am going to use this. You could use glue, or you can use tape. But I'm on a roll with these. I just love them. Okay, I'm just winging it. Okay, again we're going to have a little bit to trim off. Keep that piece. Got a little bit overhang there, but that's fine. I'm going to put a bit of tape on here. Very sticky. That stuff, very sticky. Okay, get rid of that. And get rid of this tape backing. I'm just going to eyeball it. And I said it was going to be roughly that. Look how smooth and beautiful that is. Beautiful. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to miter my corners, but I'm going to leave just under 1/8 of an inch there. That will cover the point. Okay, I'm going to put some tape on here and some glue. Oops. And we'll just tuck that little bit in there. It'll cover that corner. Oops. Oops. Put some tape on first. You could just use glue. Sometimes I do that, it just depends on how I'm feeling at the minute. For want of a better reason. Okay, there's one side. Now we're going to do the back, just exactly the same way. Done. Okay, that's our back and front covered. Let's just, with my blunt pencil, outside front, inside front. You may think this is really silly, but trust me, inside back. I have done it back to front before. It's heartbreaking. Right, and we've I've got a couple of these what do you call them, sticky paper. Okay, now I want about the width of my ruler, I suppose. No, we want just an inch. That's, I think that. Okay, and we want an inch in. And an inch in there. That's the inch. And we want an inch out from that one. Keep that piece. It's big enough to be used for something. Okay, now we need to cover it with one of these. Oh, that came off quite easily. That's going on the inside, so we're going to do this. So I don't want that coming through on the outside. I am going to trim this one. Just add a piece there. There. Okay, take that off. Take our other backing off. Just fold down the top and the bottom. Okay. Push that in. You can't see with that light, is it? Okay, push it in towards here and then burnish it out, and you can see it slants just ever so slightly. And let's do the other side, right in there, and then okay, I'm just going to use glue for this. Press that in and then press that in really sharply and then flick it across. And here as well, push it sharply in and then flick it across. Okay, now we're going to turn it that way, and we are going to burnish it right next to the cardboard. Pushing that paper in all the way. And again on this side, push it in flat against the side of the cardboard. That's it, and you can see once you put it over, it is virtually flat. Well, it is, it's flat. It's all even. Okay, now we are going to add our covers, our front and back covers, and we're going to add them to that flap there. And I do like to add a strip of double-sided tape just in the middle there. Burnish that down. Now I'm going to use glue. I'm going to go up to, but not over, whoops, not over that gully I've created there. I hope I didn't, close to it but not over it. And then let's take our outside front, push it up against that edge, burnish it well, turn it over and burnish the inside as well. Okay, that's our front. Just turn it round for ease of application. And again, one strip of double-sided tape right in the center. Give that a good burnish. Plenty of glue, but don't saturate it. There we go. Match it up to that little wall there and burnish that well. Flip it over and we do that side as well. Here we go. I don't think I put enough glue on this piece. No, I'm just going to put a bit more glue in there. We are going to also use another sheet of the 200 GSM paper, and we're going to cover the inside. Now it's up to you how large you want your inside covering. I mean, if you want like a 1/4 inch border around, cut it in that manner, but I like it to be just, for these pieces, I like to be just a 1/16 of an inch inside the outside of the book. So just a 1/16 of an inch all around. So I'm going to mark it now, and I'm going to cut it there at that point. Okay, that's perfect for me. That is really good. Let's see what I can do with this side. Oh, that's not big enough. I could use 2 scraps, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to cut another piece for the back. Let me just put a clip on this to keep that steady while I measure my paper. again, a 1/16 of an inch all around. Whoop. So I have to have 2 marks on this one. That one for there, and this one to here. Okay, I can see 1 mark. That's that one. And where's the other one? There we go. Keep this scrap. So I can put these together with double-sided tape before adding it to the cover, or I can do it separately. If you're unsure about your cutting, whether you're straight or not, I don't recommend doing it this way. I'm pretty sure that I've got it straight. But, you know, me and straight are not always best friends. Okay, let's see if it fits. Lovely. It's perfect. So, that's beautiful. Okay. Now what I need to do is need to find those gullies where the spine has joined to the front and the back, and I just need to score that gully, whoops, that gully first, just on one side. And the second gully, I'm just going to put a little mark here because it may change. Because once you fold the paper up, this part may move a little bit to the right. So we're going to cover this first, and we are going to leave that score mark without any glue on it. You want that to have freedom of movement. So again, we're going to use a double-sided sheet. And I'm going to start from here. And I'm going to go just to the inside of that gully. You can see where that scoring gully is there. I'm just at the inside of that, on that side. Now grab the bone folder and smooth out any bubbles, just pushing it down. Just a little at a time, a couple of inches at a time. cut off our excess. Okay, I'm going to remove the backing. I've got some overhang there that I do want to pull in. So just pull that in with the tip of your finger. Okay, now I want to add some glue. Some glue there. Oops. And up here to give us some wiggle room when we add this to the cover. So I'm going to make sure, just double check that all your overhangs have gone, because if you have little bits of sticky hanging out, it will ruin your work. It really will. You'll just feel that sticky piece all the time. Okay, 1/16 of an inch is what I wanted. That looks like it is right. That is 1/16. Okay, just burnish that down. This bone folder. Okay, and we've got that. Can you see that moved just a little bit? You have a look here. When you open that, it does move. So that's why we do it in pieces. So this is going to fit pretty much in there. I'm going to leave that cover on there for now. Let's just take off 1/8 of an inch of this. There's my pokey tool. Where'd he disappear to? There you go. Let's take this backing off here. Now I'm going to take that backing off, the one where I joined. Need to add some more tape to this one. Where's our mark? Our mark is there. There's our mark. So I'll just grab some 1/2 inch double-sided tape and we'll go to that mark just this side of it, just to the right side of it, and right to the top. Oops, a little bit stuck there. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there at that top edge. Just around there, around the edges. I do like to add glue. Okay. Okay, that gully works perfectly. Let's double check the second gully. Okay, run your tool over it all the way up, back down just gently, don't tear your paper. And if you look at this part now, because of those folds, we have lost a little bit at the right edge, so we do need to trim just a tiny smidge off that. That's 1/16 of an inch. So just that little bit. That's it. Oops, sorry. Okay, now let's cover this one. I will use the double-sided paper, but I'm going to trim it first. I'm going to trim it before we use it. I will take the chance and cut it. It looks straight to me. Okay, take off one side of the backing. God, I love this paper. This is just absolutely brilliant. Okay, just fold back a little of the backing, and then we're going to put this, lay it on the back cover up to, but not going over that scoring at the gully. And then we're just going to fold this over and then pull some more away, and burnish and fold, and burnish and fold. Okay. Beautiful. take this other backing sheet off. Add a bit of glue to the top where we don't have any glue sheet. And we've got some overhang, so don't forget to pull that in. That's very important. I think that looks okay. No overhangs. Oops, there's a little bit there. Okay, just lay it flat. Now burnish it well. You shouldn't have any bubbles. If you do, don't forget, just a pinprick and then burnish it. I'm going to go over that gully again with my tool, just to push those papers in, just gently, and there we go. There we have our cover. Ready. Okay, these are the papers I'm going to use, and they're my own papers, and I printed them out in A5 size. This is my basic page size here, and they'll fit in there. A little bit more of a border than I would have wanted. Isn't that beautiful? Just sort that. Okay, well that's it for now. Next video we'll run through the papers, and we'll start on page 1 and perhaps do the cover of the book. Okay, I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something. Okay, thank you very much for being with me, and if you liked my video, please click like for me, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you made a comment, good or bad. I love to read your comments. Okay, keep well and stay safe. Bye bye.